All right, we are back. It is Say Less Footy podcast time. We're doing the round 14 review. Another amazing round of action for the NRL. Started off with a bang. West Tigers, Raiders. Raiders out to an 18-0 lead. Tigers come back, get to 18 all. Luke Brooks kicks a field goal. And then just, uh, I, I'm still gobsmacked about the whole situation. Basically, Jamal Fogarty for the Raiders taking a shot at field goal. Isaiah Papali'i dives to to charge down the field goal. He misses, and then he touches his foot. Fogarty goes down. Penalty Raiders. Raiders go on and win the game. Look, it was just that's the type of game the Tigers lose, and it's been happening for years. So look, shouldn't have put themselves in a position to be 18-0 down. So, Raiders deserve the victory anyway. Yeah, look, being a Tigers fan, I'm used to losing out in some close games. Look, it is what it is. We're still on the up. Like, I still think we're going to kick on. I don't think we're going to finish last. Like, there's some good um, signs in the Tigers, especially with all the youngsters coming through. Hudson Young played well after coming in from Origin. Jack Whiten's still playing awesome. Yeah, Jamal Fogarty. I think he scored all, if not most, of the Raiders' points. Um, yeah, except for the Rapana try. But yeah, win for the Raiders. Tigers will be back next week. The Saturday game was the Warriors and the Dolphins, and you just you just don't know what's going on with the Warriors. Like one week they're amazing, one week they're just dreadful. But this is why Warriors are my second team this year. Just vintage SJ. I go on about how much I love Sean Johnson. Like, oh, the NRL competition is going to be fantastic when Sean Johnson is playing like Sean Johnson should. It's good for the game. He's like, I liken him to, and I think that he sort of grew up idolizing Benji Marshall. And that's why I thought, listen to stuff in the media last week where I was sort of, they interviewed him about the Tigers offering him. And I think obviously he took the call because it's Benji, but he's happy back at the Warriors and he wants to win a comp with the Warriors. So, yeah, just Dolphins. Same with the Warriors. You don't know what you're going to get. They're going to be fantastic or they're going to be a bit ordinary, but big win from the Warriors. The Titans and the Rabbitohs. Yeah, look, Titans. They love giving away. They they love just capitulating in the end. Like first half, absolutely amazing. Second half, just absolute strangers. Um, I think, obviously you've still got a good couple of players come back in with Foran and AJ Brimson. I think they're going to be a different team with AJ back in there. He's obviously one of the best, but you know what? Oh, they're up against the Tigers this week. They come out and win. Like you just don't know with the Titans. It's just bloody apples and oranges every single time. Um, good good games from a couple of brothers to famous players. Obviously, Tino's brother Isaac and Cleese Haas as well, also playing well. Chris Randall, yeah, still doing awesome for the Titans. Obviously, Sammy Verrills is starting to come back into the team now, but I don't think I think they might go with the two hooker system at the Titans. Um, Rabbitohs without Latrell, just still fantastic. A little bit slow to get going, but Alex Johnson just ticking off try scoring records. Campbell Graham is just so good. He needs to play Origin, absolutely. And Cody Walker, he may get picked in Origin. He's just got the ball on a string at the moment. So yeah, good win for the Rabbitohs. Gets them back on track. Sharks Broncos now. You know, this was kind of like Reynolds versus uh Jesus, why am I forgetting his name right now? Nico Hines, but like I think the old head just sort of shone through. Big superstars and all the back lines. I think only Cobo sat out for the Broncos. So it was pretty much almost a full strength, and then you replace Cobbo with Corey Oates, so you're not losing a whole lot there. Both representative players. Broncos just needed to get that victory, and I think it was showed the importance of how many players backed up after Origin, and they just did that. Nico's a talented player. Moylan's been playing good. Will Kennedy's absolutely fantastic. The forwards, great forward pack for the Sharks, but they're just sometimes they're clicking, sometimes they're not. But yeah, just a very important win for the Broncos in the way that it's sort of going to shape their season and who they can you know beat top four sides basically. Onto the big three games on Sunday. Oh, Bulldogs! They were valiant in defeat. The Roosters looked a lot better. Sort of the Bulldogs were playing well. I think don't just. I think both teams played well, and it was a good contest. Addo was fantastic, but Teddy was so good. Scoring a couple, had a hand in another one. But I think when you see Luke Keary playing well, is what brings Tedesco into the game because he's not having to do everything. And Kiri from the start he's always been a running half. I think just if you have too much organising on his shoulders, like he just needs to get himself in the game. He's falling into the old Luke Brooks trap. But yeah, you saw him sort of taking a line on and sort of throwing some passes as well into the line. I think that's the key for the Roosters moving forward. Like the Bulldogs are getting there. They'll get there. Um, but yeah, they're kind of like the Tigers. They're building, so they're very close in the end. But yeah, Roosters with the win. Big upset. Cowboys over the Storm and won well. Just kicked away in the second half. The game was there to be won by the Storm with 20 minutes to go, and just the Cowboys just I think they've worked out the defense of like the Storm, and you know what, they might even do well if they can put it together against the Panthers. Uh, Even though they're well down the table, they've got a few buys in hand. I think they've still got three buys, so they could still be up in the top eight. And I think the way that some of their outside players, like their centers and wingers, and even their second rowers, like so big, most of the big four, like at least the Storm and Panthers, and I think the Rabbitohs a little bit as well. Like they have a really really good sliding defense. So watching the game and like you just have if the Cowboys are just sort of, you know, the way they're running into the line or they're taking a step back into the defensive line before they throw the pass, and it's really it's disrupting the sliding defense. It throws them out, and I think it's a way that the teams can attack these big teams with this sliding defense because they're all moving unison, they're all a unit, and they're all moving. You take a step to the inside before you pass the ball, it throws them all out. And you saw the Cowboys do that on at least four or five of their tries. Like that's how they sort of upset the Storm defense. So, oh, I was once again like anyone can beat anyone in this competition. So I just think when you have certain players that suit certain ways to play, maybe you just need to focus down on that. I'm sure the coaches do like hours and hours of video work on this, but that just really sort of like showed the defensive deficiencies in the Storm. Yeah, big win for the Cowboys. In the last game, Panthers Dragons. Everyone's talking about obviously Nathan Cleary hamstring out for 6 weeks, missing Origin. I think it's an even bigger loss for in the grand scheme of the whole season for the Panthers. Cogger come on and played well, set up a try. Geez, it was close. The Dragons were you know they played well enough to be in front, and then the Panthers just tapped and tapped away. Like just after the game, just sort of like looking at the sheer just defeat on Ben Hunt's face, he's definitely leaving the Dragons. Like he just plays 110% every single week. Yeah, it's just the Dragons will get the spoon this year, like dead set. No word of a lie. That's definitely going to happen. Yeah, that was a round. Um, just the hits just keep on coming. Like just great games every single week. As I said, anyone can beat anyone, and it just happens every single week. So got a full round next week with just one team with the bye coming up. So yeah, That's my wrap of round 14. I'll be back very shortly with my tips for round 15. Thanks for tuning in. Stay less. Peace out. You.